I always get a lot of questions asking to do different breeds on my channel. I don't really get a lot of different breeds, so it's kind of hard. And because I only accept dogs under 40 pounds, that kind of eliminates a lot of dogs as well. But I decided to go ahead and accept this guy because he's only 50 pounds. And I am going to show you how to cut this Australian Shepherd today. I'm really excited. A lot of people have been asking for it, so stay tuned. His mom wanted something similar to a summer cut. Getting into his undercoat, so I chose to use the 3/4 inch blade to see what that does. But I always start right behind the occiput. Make sure you comb everything out. She showed me a picture. Okay, this looks pretty good. This looks like what she wanted in the photo. Not all Australian Shepherds get cut like this. Obviously, if he were, you know, being shown, you would never do this, but because he's a pet and mom likes easy to maintain, I'm just taking everything down per her request. And I'm saying that in the video because so many people forget that I'm getting paid to do a job and the owner is the one who pays me, so I need to oblige with their request. That's what they're paying me to do. Yes, I do explain the risks of cutting into the undercoat and all of those great things, but at the end of the day, it's their dog, so I have to honor their wishes. The 3/4 blade isn't taking a ton off of the back, which is fine. That hair lays pretty flat anyway, just because of the breed. Looks like I forgot to comb out this little area right here. With dogs like this, it's common to miss a spot because there's just so much hair. But you have to be careful not to try to force the guard to go through if it gets snagged, because then it'll leave like a really huge divot in the haircut and it won't look very good. Go ahead and take the guard all the way down the leg too. And under the belly. Again, I'm using the 3/4 inch comb. I'm going to move the camera so that you can see what I'm doing with the back end. And I'm just taking the guard all the way down and cutting all that hair off. Down the hock as well. You can even lift up this leg. And go ahead and trim all that out on the opposite leg. And then set it down. And then you're just going to repeat the same process on the other side. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and scissor this side so you can see what that looks like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush and go ahead and trim his little paws. Everything backwards, and then I'm just gonna cut all the hair that's sticking up off. Like that. And that looks really good. And remember, what you do on one side, you just repeat on the other side. You can do it at the same time so that you can build up your muscle memory. Or you can do one side of the dog and then work on the other side of the dog, you know, whatever works for you. Let's come back here so I can show you how to do the back foot. Brush everything backwards. Trim off all that excess hair. Make sure that there's nothing hanging over the back of the paw pad. I'm going to show you how to trim the leg. You can use a straight scissor if you're not comfortable with curves, but I'm going to use a curve. And I'm just going to even up my lines on both sides. Lift the leg up, comb everything out a second time, and then scissor down again. For the back leg, make sure that you're always using your comb. Your comb is your best friend. I'm using my scissor in reverse, and I'm scissoring down and up, but if you're not comfortable with scissors, don't scissor up. And then scissoring all the way down the hop. And your comb is your best friend, so comb and then check your work. Comb and then check your work. I want to blend the head into the body. You can use your guard. You can just use your thinning shears and just blend into the throat area. Same thing with right here. You're just going to blend that cheek into that back area. Do it on both sides. Comb any hair that's sitting on the ear, back, and blend that in also. Blend the top of the head into the occiput area. I'm going to show you how to trim the booty area. So if you wanted to keep it long and fluffy like that, you would just take your curved scissor and scissor down. To whatever length you desire it to be. Very similarly to what a chicken leg looks like. You know, a drumstick, that's the idea of the shape that you're going for. But if you wanted a shorter look, you could use your guard like I did on this leg and then just scissor everything to neaten it up. Side with the guard, one side with the scissors. Either way is fine. You just have to decide how much scissor work you want to do, and if you don't mind doing scissor work, then you know you can just scissor everything on both legs. You can play around with it, and you can use the guard on one side and scissor the other side just to see, you know, what you like and what you don't like. It does have like a little nub of a tail, so I'm just going to trim everything around the little nub of the tail. That's what that looks like. If you like helpful tips, make sure you hit that follow button. Don't forget to save this for when you're ready to use it.